All right, folks, we are here in the Still Got It versus Out of Shape game here. Two, Swiss. The season debut here for number 8. He's going to go to the line for his first 2 free throws of the season here so far. Misses the first one there. So right now we're at a 2-0 game, Out of Shape with a 2-point lead here so far. We're in our first few minutes here. As he makes the second one, 1 for 2 from the line, makes it now 1-2 game here. As we're going to have Lopper here bringing up the ball. If you remember, Lopper was unstoppable from beyond the arc last week, as he was one of our top performers for the 35-plus league. Zarko tries to throw it cross court there. Paul gets the block there, as Keith has it there, almost loses it there, but is able to save it. As Ernest now has the ball, tries to go under. Zarko with the steal there. Nice heads-up play by him for that one, as they're going to have Worden bringing the ball up.
Should I hit the activate again?
Yeah, let's see if that works. As Kay has it here in the corner. Gets it down to Zarko there, out to Kay. They're playing hot potato there with it for a moment. As Kay got 4 steals of his own last week there, so he also had a great performance as he pulls the mid-range. Not able to make that there. George with the rebound on that one. So he gets it over to the new guy, goes up with it, not able to make that there. So walk on there, misses the shot. As Worden here is going to bring it up, we are still here at a 2-1 game. Seems both teams are playing with 6 guys, or 6 people, sorry. As Swiss misses the 3. As Keith takes the 3 from the corner, not able to knock that down. Kay secures the rebound. I'll worry about that after the game. As we're going to have Worden here bringing it up. Still Got It's going to be without Phil Malcolm. Their face-up big that they have on their team. As Lopper there misses the 3. So we'll see how that goes, as he was one of their top scorers last week in their game. As Keith gets the and 1 there from the foul from Zarko on that one. As Keith is now going to go to the line for a free throw. Sub. Hit buzzer. See if he can knock down this free throw here. Well, it's only 1 free throw because it was the and 1, so the subs happen right over. Oh, yeah. I was talking about him, the ball guy. As he doesn't make the free throw there, Kay just able to get it there, so it almost went out of bounds there after the free throw. I Still Got It now has the 3-2 lead. We're down to 14.5 minutes left in this first half. As Worden has it here over to Hoyt. Hoyt, who's going to be surveying his options, gets it over to Zarko. Zarko pump fakes. Kay open from the corner. Kay shoots it. Not able to make that there. Paul ends up with it. He missed the 2 on that one. As the walk-on here drives, loses it, gets his own ball back though, and makes the 2 on that one.
They didn't score that minute, right?
No. As Worden here is going to get it over to Zarko. Gets down to Lopper, who bobbles it. Off Kay's foot there. Paul ends up with it for the steal. As he's bringing it up, he gives it over to Ernest. Back to Paul. Paul shoots the 3. Not able to make that. Ernest with the rebound and goes back up and knocks that one home. As Ernest, if not mistaken, probably the league's top rebounder here. He consistently puts up 10-plus rebound performances here. Pretty much the Mo Berg here of the 35-plus league so far, as Kay gets it over to Lopper. To Worden. As Hoyt now has it here by the corner. They're going to reset up top to Worden here. Over to Kay. Down to Zarko in the post. Ernest D'ing him up there. Zarko finds Worden. Down to Hoyt. Hoyt pump fakes. Spins. Bobbles it there. Barely keeps his dribbles, able to find Zarko to K. K with the corner three, not able to knock that down as Pates gets the rebound there. Keith now has it. He's going to give it to the walk-on. The walk-on here has got the ball. Finds Pates there. Pates tips by Worden, though. They're able to hold on to it. Ernest now has it. Back over to the walk-on in the corner there. As now Ernest has it over to Paul. Down to the walk-on. Worden gets a hand on it there. Gets the steal. They tried to force that one into traffic there. Nothing going there. As we have a 7-2 game. Still got it with the lead here so far. As K has it here. Hoyt now in the corner. He's trying to find an opening here. Trying to find an open teammate. Gives it over to K. Finds Lopper, who was cutting. Loses it, though, as Paul ends up with now his third steal there. As Paul has been putting it on here for the defensive end so far. As they give it over to the walk-on who's got the ball. Gets it over to Ernest. Ernest with the three. Short on that one. Lopper with the rebound there. This is actually my first game seeing Ernest play, so it's going to be interesting to see how he does there. As like I said, I usually see him at the top of the stat sheet. I don't know his game too well, as that's going to be a turnover there. There we go. Now it looks. Still got it here. Is going to be bringing it up. Ernest with the ball here up top. Gets over to the walk-on. Walk-on over here. Gets it to Keith. Keith. Triple threats one way, goes the other. Finds Kristen in the corner for the two. Not able to make that. Hoy with the rebound. As Kristen checked in there for Paul. Putting all those steals up there. Made him a little tired there, so they had to switch him out. Give him a breather there as Worden gets it around to Swiss. Swiss with it. Back to Worden. Worden with the open three. Not able to knock that down. Keith with the rebound. As they find Kristen there. Down to the walk-on, fadeaway post jumper, short on that one. Zarko gets the rebound. As Worden here is now going to be bringing it up. Kristen picks him up on defense. As he had a three there by Hoyt, not able to knock that down. Keith there with the rebound. He's going to be pushing the pace, bobbles it, but stays in bounds. Finds Ernest. Ernest driving to the basket, goes up against Zarko and gets the two on that one as he fights through the tough defense. They now hold a 9-2 lead here. Still got it with the lead here so far. So we have 10.5 minutes left in this first half. As they get it over to K there. K back over to Worden. Worden's going to drive, finds Zarko in front of the basket. Zarko hook shot. No good on that one there as Pates gets the rebound. Oh, the steal there also by Zarko on that one as he knocked it from Pates' arms there. As now Ernest, I think, got a steal on that one there. As they pass up to the walk-on trying to keep the loose ball intact there, is able to, finds Ernest. Ernest, fadeaway layup, not able to make that there as Swiss pulls in the rebound. Worden now is going to be bringing it up here. Still a 9-2 game here. We're down to 9.5 minutes in this first half. They find Hoyt in the corner. Hoyt pump fake, strives, layup. Not able to make that there. Zarko with the rebound and the putback on that one. Off the miss there by Hoyt. It's now a 9-4 game here. As Ernest has it up top, gets to the walk-on who pulls the three. Not able to make that there. Ends up K with the rebound there. K's pushing it. He pulls the three. Short on that one. That's going to go out of bounds. We got some substitutions happening here. Paul checking in for the walk-on here as Zarko and K are both going to come out for out of shape. Mike Hughes checking into the game for the first time tonight as Kristen gets it down to Pates. Pates backing down his man. Hoyt gets a hand on it, but Paul saves it. Down to Keith, who bobbles it. Keith in the post, goes up, not able to make that. Lopper with the tight defense on that one to force the miss. As he's going to give it over to Worden, who's going to be bringing it up here for out of shape. They pass it over to Swiss, to Lopper. Lopper, corner three, not able to make that there as Pates pulls in the rebound. That's his fifth already here tonight. So it's still a 9-4 game here. We're down to 8 minutes in the first half as Ernest finds Pates. Pates surveying his options, clears it out over there to Keith. Keith up here at the top. Passes it over to Ernest. Ernest driving through, back to Pates. Pates floats it, and that's a 2 on that one. Ernest with the assist on that one. Ernest, nice job of passing off there after drawing in the defense there. Pates able to make the nice little floater. So now makes it an 11-4 game here, down to 7.5 minutes. As Swiss has it here. Gets it over to Hughes. Hughes picked from Swiss, trying to find an opening there. Sees out by the corner, is able to pass it to Worden up by the top. It's Worden, cross court to Hoyt. Hoyt fakes the pass, trying to go baseline. Ernest shuts that down there, over to Lopper. Lopper to Hughes. Hughes to Worden as they're passing around the outside. This throws Loppers. That's going to be out of bounds there. Turnover. As he was throwing it, Lopper was cutting inside there, so he missed him. Ernest has the ball here. Out of shape, not ready, and that's a 2 there. As Paul picks up the assist there for him. It's now a 13-4 game here. As that's going to be the first time out there for out of shape. We're down to 7:06 left in this first half here. As they got a reset there after not being fully ready on defense, led to an easy basket there. Forrest still got it as Ernest made the nice layup on that one. Either way though, folks, we'll check back with you here in a moment after this timeout break. We're getting back in this one. Zarko takes the mid-range, not able to make that. Ernest with the rebound on that one, as he's able to find Kristen in the corner. Yeah, they always do. As Ernest there has it by the corner, is able to find Kristen. Take back over to Keith. Keith, hop step, layup, no good on that one as he overshoots that. Zarko with the rebound. That's his 5th of the night here so far. As Hughes gives it over to Kay. Kay to Zarko, over to Swiss. Swiss pulls the 3, not able to make that there. Kay pulls in the rebound, that's his 5th as well. As Kay now has in the corner, trying to find someone to get it to, finds Swiss, down to Zarko in the post. Zarko going against a smaller defender, gets the 2 on that one. Yep. As it's now a 13-6 game, still got it, still holding on to the lead, down to 5.5 minutes in this first half. As they find the walk-on here, he's going to be driving, layup, no good on that one as Hughes gets the rebound. As Kay's going to be bringing it up here. He's going to be driving left, gets past Paul, hop step, finds Swiss, swings it to Hughes, back over to Swiss. As Kay now has it at the top, out to Lopper. Lopper pulls the 3, knocks that one down. No, 3, it was a 3. As Lopper knocks down that 3 there. Maybe he's getting back on his hot streak from earlier here. Or from last game, sorry, is what I more meant to say. As Keith gets the wide open mid-range, not able to knock that down there as Hughes pulls in the rebound. It's now a 13-9 game, out of shape, crawling their way back into this one. So we're down to 4.5 minutes in this first half. Slopper has it here, gets it over to Kay. Passing over to Swiss. Swiss tries to find Hughes, puts a little bit too much sauce on it. That's going to be out of bounds there, a turnover. Thank you. As we're going to have Paul here bringing it up. Forrest still got it here. Able to find Ernest there at the top. Ernest going to be surveying his options. The guy gets so many rebounds. I'm surprised to see him so much as the main ball handler there as the walk-on makes the 2. Ernest picking up the assist. Like I said, Ernest, based off his stat line, would be more of an interior guy, but plays plenty on the perimeter here so far. As Lopper pulls the three, he knocks that one down. Hughes with the assist. As Lopper is heating back up, continuing his hot streak from last week, as it's a 15-12 game now. Out of shape, only down by 3 points here, as we're down to 3.5 minutes left in this first half. Out of shape here is employing a 2-3 zone. Paul gets it, goes through. Zarko comes by with the block, though. Stops that 2 from getting in there.
Electricity. 35 plus, man.
Yep, as Pates there, trying to find someone to get to. Gets to the Paul, to Kristen, back over to Pates. Pates floats it and gets the 2 there. As Kristen there is going to pick up the assist. Now 17-12 game here, lead back to 5 for Still Got It. As Kay gets it over to Hughes. Back to Kay. Kay's going to drive out to Lopper. Lopper pulling another one. That's off. As Paul pulls in the rebound. As Kristen now gets it in the fast break. Throws up a shot and makes that one there. As I think that was Pates there who picked up the assist, the big man. As Lopper's now bringing it up. 19-12 game here, down to 2.5 minutes as Swiss has it here. Driving to his left. Gives it over to Kay here. Over to Hughes. Hughes bobbles it. Able to save it there. Ball almost went out of bounds on that one. As Hughes down by the corner there, trying to find an opening. Gets over to Swiss. Zarko, Kay, Lopper. Lopper driving right, passes out to Hughes. Hughes pulls the 3. Short on that one as Pates there gets the rebound. As Ernest pulls the 3, not able to knock that down. Zarko with the rebound there. Pates, don't see him shoot too much from the perimeter there. He's able to take a shot on that one. I'll just try to unplug and replug it back in. As Kay has it here. Kay finds Lopper. As he gets it over. As Kay is able to knock down the 2 on that one. On the nice floater on that one. Lopper, I think, had the assist on that one. Down to 1.5 minutes left, 19-14 game here. As Kristen has it, down to Ernest. Ernest backing down Zarko, goes up with the shot. Not able to make it as Pates tips it out of bounds. Buzzer? As we're going to have a word and doing inbound duties here. Keith is checking in for Paul. As Kay has it here, back over to Worden. Swiss moving off ball, takes the 3. Not able to knock that down. Kristen with the rebound. As the walk-on takes the 2. Not able to make that there. As Worden gets it open there to Kay. Kay takes the corner 3. Not able to knock that down. Ernest with the rebound. Ernest bringing it up. We're down to 30 seconds left here. As Keith is backing down Worden there, finds Kristen. Kristen pulls the 3, knocks that one down. As Kristen makes the 3 on that one. Keith with the assist on that one as they left her open. We're down to 14 seconds left in this one, about to be 10 seconds. As Kay has the ball here at the top. Finds Swiss down to Hughes, to Zarko. Zarko pulls the midi, not able to make that. Ernest with the rebound. As he's bringing it up, 1 second. They're going to call a foul here, possibly. That's going to be a foul on Kay, so Ernest is going to go to the line for 2 there, as the shot went up before the buzzer went. So he's going to be taking 2 here at the line, right before we go into our second half here, as he knocks down the first one. And not able to make the second one there, as that is your half there. 23-14 game. Still Got It holding the lead over Out of Shape. Either way though, folks, we will check back up with you here in a few minutes for the start of the second half. you grab me the blue pen right there? As we were back in this one here, starting the second half. The walk-on here finds Ernest up at the top. Now Paul has it here. Paul's been stalwart on defense, has 3 steals in this game. Got them all pretty much in the first 5 or 6 minutes there. As Pates takes the midi. Not able to make that there. Lopper pulls in the rebound. As Worden here is going to be bringing it up. Still got it's getting some stragglers in here, so they're going to have some more rest for some of these guys here as they started off with only 6. As Hoyt pump fakes there. Finds K cross court. Trying to find opening there. Paul gets in there. Another steal there. That's his 4th of the night as Keith's bringing it up here. Keith pulls a contested midi. Short on that one. Great job by Ernest to try to save that. Goes out of bounds though anyway. But great hustle there by Ernest. As with plays like that, that might work his way into Hustle Player of the Year there in the 35-plus league. We'll have to see though as the season progresses. As the rest of the season progresses, as we have Hoyt with the ball here now in the corner. Gets it down, finds Lopper on the cut. Great job on that one. Great heads-up play by Lopper. Slide in past the defense, get the nice pass from Zarko, and makes a nice layup there for 2. It's now a 23-16 game here. Still got it with the lead. As the walk-on gets it out to Paul. Paul takes the 3. He knocks that one down.
He's on fire.
As Paul looks like he is the MVP of this game here so far. As that were his first points of the game, but his defensive impact alone has given the team some points there. As Lopper tried the same cut there, not able to make it go. Lopper finds K to Worden. Worden fakes the pass, tries to find an opening. The walk-on ends up with a steal there. He's going to be bringing the ball up. Hoyt knocks it out for a steal of his own. As K's going to be pushing it up. K to Worden. Worden to Hoyt. Hoyt mid-range. Paul gets a block now. As Paul has been everywhere on defense. Ernest with the rebound there. As the walk-on drives. K knocks it out, and that's going to go out of bounds there. As Paul here has been a stalwart on defense. Made his last 3. As now he has tallied 4 steals and a block here so far in this game. Great job there as Pates now is doing the pass in, gets it over to, give it a moment, it'll pop back on. As Ernest finds Pates, back to Paul, Paul gets the 2 there. Pates with the assist as Paul's now racking up the points with the defensive effort. As he might work his way in here to get pretty much be their player of the game if he continues performing like this. 28-16 game as K has it here, finds Worden. Worden to K. Lopper down in the post. Not able to find him there. Gets it back over to K. Zarko backing down Pates here. We'll see if K will try to get it to him. Does not. Drives left. Hop step. Layup in there. He's going to be fouled by Keith on that one. As that's going to be shots there. No, you're good. No, block, he said. As K's going to be going to the line for 2 here. As he makes the first one there. See if he can knock down this next one, and does. 2 for 2 at the line for K. So it's now a 28-18 game. Down to 10 points here on the deficit. As Paul has it in the corner, pump fakes, drives, pulls up a midi and makes that there. Pates with the assist. Paul is absolutely on fire right now on both ends of the court here. 4 still got it. As Worden gets there, Paul was fully contested on that, was able to make it. Some nights, though, your shot's just hitting no matter what you do. Lopper takes the mid-corner 3, not able to make that there. As Ernest gets the rebound, passes up court to Keith. K fights for it and gets the steal on that one. Is able to save the ball from going out of bounds, too. Diving into the benches there. As Worden has it here, gets around his man. On the foul on the floor on Paul there.
Next shot.
No free throws. It's not free throws. Yeah, he said on the floor. No, you're good, you're good. As Worden here is going to be doing inbound duties for out of shape. Finds Lopper there. Over to K here at the top as they're resetting to Zarko. Hoyt in the corner. Finds K. K head fakes. Doesn't take the shot. Zarko out to Hoyt. Hoyt pulls the three from the corner and knocks that down. Zarko with the assist on that one. As Hoyt makes it now a double-digit game as the walk-on takes a three, knocks one of his own down. As Ernest picks up the assist on that one. It's now a 33-21 game here, down to 14 and a half minutes left in this one. As Worden gets it over to Kay. Kay to Lopper. Lopper, free throw line jumper, not able to make that there as Pates gets the rebound. As we got Phil Malcolm, she was checked in. He's in the game. Gets it over. Paul throws it in no man's land. Paul's able to save it. Back to the walk-on. The walk-on takes the three. Not able to make that there. Hoyt pulls in the rebound on that one. As Worden here is going to be bringing it up. We're down to 14 minutes now. 33-21 game. As Hoyt has it here in the corner. Ernest kicking the legs out. Trying to stop that ball from going down low. As Kay misses the two there. Phil Malcolm with the rebound. He almost loses the ball there. Is able to hang on to it though, so they keep possession. They pass it across court to Phil. Paul. Paul pulls the three, not able to make it. Pates the and one on that one. As he's going to go for the and one free throw there at the line. Leo, do you know who picked up the foul on that one? Three? As he shoots the free throw, not able to make that there. Phil Malcolm, though, gets the rebound. Pull back for the three, not able to make that there. As Hughes gets now the rebound there. He's going to be bringing it up, taking his time. We're down to 13 minutes left in this one. As they're passing around here, Hughes has it, takes the three, short on that one. Ernest. As Hughes is going to commit the foul there. It's on the floor though, so there's not going to be free throws. Phil here is going to be doing inbound duties as he gets it over to Ernest. Keith up here at the top. Finds Malcolm. Malcolm driving right. Over, he pulls it, not able to make that there. As we have Worden here getting it over to Kay. As they're looking around here. Finds Zarko down low. Over to Kay. Kay pulls the three and not able to knock that down as it bounces around there. As they pass it up court to Keith. Keith driving, layup, foul on that one. As Hughes is going to pick that one up there. As he's going to be taking two here at the line. Sorry, it's the walk-on who's going to be taking two at the line. Misses his first one, but 1 for 2 on his last trip, so we'll see if he knocked down the next one there. We're down to about 11 minutes left here, and is able to knock down the second one. 2 for 4 now from the line for him. As Hughes has it here. Tries to find Zarko. Gets it over to Swiss. Swiss down to Hughes. Hughes resetting up here at the top. Walk-on playing tough defense on him. He's able to get it out to Swiss though. Kay now has it. Kay passes it over to Swiss. Trying to find an opening. Tries to get it down low. That's going to be stolen there by Phil Malcolm. As he's going to be bringing it up court. Finds Kristen. Kristen tries to go baseline. Kay is able to not get the steal there. As it tips into the hands of the walk-on. He gets the two there. Now a 38-21 game here. As we're down 10.5 minutes left in this one. As Swiss here finds Zarko. Another steal there. It's all right. It's all right. I'll mark someone down. No one's close to the foul now. As it's now a 40.
Wait, did I give him the 2? Oh, wait. Oh, that was wrong.
There we go. As Hughes has it there, able to find Swiss to Zarko. Over to K. As that's going to be a foul there on Kristen there, picking up her first. Buzzer?
Okay.
Oh. Force of habit, sorry. As K here gets it over to Worden. Back over to K. K finds Zarko down there in the post. He's getting doubled there. Tries to find K, puts a little bit too much on it. That's going to go out of bounds there. As we're going to have Keith here bringing it up. He's going to be surveying his options. Gets a pick from Wong. Drives through, misses that one. As he went through a sea of defenders there on that one. Worden goes up. And that's going to be a blocking foul there. Teddy picking up his first foul of the night there. Stop clock. As that's going to be the second time out for Out of Shape. They're down to their last one. As Worden should be taking 2 free throws, if I'm not mistaken, after this timeout here. Either way, though, folks, we will check back with you here in a moment for the start, or not the start of anything, sorry, at the end of this timeout break. And we're about to come in back into that one. Chris, I see your comment there. To be honest, I'm not paid as a ref there. It might have been a charge there. It looked like he had his feet set, but listen, at the end of the day, you got to go by what the refs say. So, but that one was definitely debatable. It was a 50-50 call on that one. If he asks the ref, though, he's probably going to say it's his best call of the night there. So he misses the first one there. See if Worden can knock down the second one. And makes the second one there. 1 for 2 from the line for him. As Malcolm here is going to bring it up. Gets it over to Pates there. Pates passes it back to Malcolm. Remember, Malcolm was our player of the week last week. In the IPBL 35+ league, he had 15-8, 2 assists, and 2 blocks there. As Keith misses the 2, Kay ends up with the rebound. So he's someone you got to watch out for. As Hughes leading the charge on the fast break. Layup, not able to make that there. As Wong there gets the rebound. He's pushing the break, finds Kristen. Kristen over to Teddy, to Keith. Keith driving, step back on the midi, and knocks that down there. As it's now a 43-22 game here. 7.5 minutes left to go in this one. As Worden pulls the 3, short on that one. Pates with the rebound. As he's going to be bringing it up here for Still Got It. As they give it over to Keith. To Malcolm. So surveying his option, gets the pick from Wong. He pulls the 3. Malcolm knocks that down. As that is his go-to shot there. Surprisingly, you don't see a guard usually set a pick for a big, but in this case it worked out as Malcolm is one of the better shooters here in the 35+ league that we got, as Zarko is backing down, goes baseline in the post, and is able to get around Pates there for the basket. We had Keith bringing it up. It's now a 46-24 game here. As Malcolm is down there in the post, goes up, not able to make that there. As Worden there gets the rebound. He's going to be bringing it up here Finds K. K head fakes. Kristen rotates over. K's driving, pump fake, gets Malcolm to jump and makes it there for the 2. It's now a 20-point game here as still holding the lead here. We're down to 6.5 minutes left in this one. As Keith's gonna bring it up, finds Teddy there. Keith gets the off-ball pick, step back midi, not able to make that there as Hughes saves it from going out of bounds. As Keith there, not showing the best shot selection, but when you're up by 20, it doesn't matter too much there. As Swiss drives, layup, no good on that one. Malcolm pulls in the rebound. That's his 4th already here. As Word in there is gonna get the steal. K leading the charge on the break, goes up, and 1 on that one. As Teddy with the foul on that one. As you can hear that slap reverberate in the gym, so that was definitely contact on that one. As K's gonna go to the line for the and 1. 2 for 2 on his last trip. He's gonna try to stay perfect there at the line. As he misses that one there, Teddy's gonna get the rebound there. They're gonna have Malcolm, MVP from last week, bring it up there. As he is gonna bring it up. As he gets it over to Malcolm. Malcolm down to Keith in the post. Keith, hook shot. Not able to make that there as it rolls out on the rim. Wong saves it though. Ward in there is going to pick up the foul on that one. As Wong here is going to get checked out. The walk-on's checking in here on the floor, so they're going to keep possession here if they still got it. We're down to 5 minutes left in this one. As they cleared out to Keith there. Keith, hop step, layup, not able to make that there. A lot of contacts, nothing cold, but that was a 4 shot there, so like I said, can't reward the best shot selection too much as Hoyt knocks down the 3. Ward in there with the assists, now a 31-46 game, down to 15 here. As Out of Shape might be coming back in this one. 4.5 minutes though, so they're gonna need to keep a run like this going as Malcolm gets it over to the walk-on. Walk-on here at the top. Guarded by K now on the switch. He's gonna start driving to his left, pulls the midi, not able to make that there. As Zarko there gets the rebound, gets it to K, to Worden. Swiss wide open from the arc. Not able to make that there. Hoyt tips it out though, just back to Swiss. Finds K in the corner, not able to make that there. Because that would have been big in bringing them back into this one here. Down to 4 minutes left here as Pates is bringing it up. As he's getting guarded up by Zarko. Trying to go right, finds Keith who bobbles it but hangs onto the ball. Keith getting doubled, finds Pates. Pates now is wording on him as Keith now has the big man on him, drives through the basket, not able to make that there. As that's another missed 2 for him. K with the rebound. As Worden has it here, he gets it over to Hoyt. As Hoyt pulls the 3, not able to make that there. Malcolm with the 2, as they are not able to take advantage there of the bad shot there on the other end. As walk-on goes up, a lot of contact and nothing called there as Pates gets the rebound for Malcolm who misses the 3. Pates now has 11 rebounds there as he's hitting the boards. Him and Ernest both there leading the rebounding charges. Hoyt pump fakes, gets his man the jump, layup, not able to make it. Rebounds his own missed shot though. Gets it out to Worden as we're down to 3 minutes. Worden pulls the 3 and knocks that one down. As it's now a 46-34 game. And that's a timeout there. We'll see who that's timeouts here for in a moment. Either way though, we'll check back with you here after the timeout break. as we're about to get this one back going. As they're going to be bringing it up here. It is down now only to a 12-point lead here. Four still got it. As they get down to Malcolm in the post going up against Lopper. Malcolm uses his size, gets 2 on that one. Now a 14-point game here. As we're down here the last 2 minutes, Lopper here gets the Swiss to Worden, fakes one way, goes the other. He's driving, finds Hoyt. Hoyt not able to go up with the shot though. He's going to reset. Gets it over to Worden. We're down to 2 minutes now. Hughes there gets it. Lopper pulls the 3. Not able to make that there. Malcolm with the rebound. Yeah, I can do clock if you want me to. I just feel like the camera's so far for you to grab, you know? As Ernest here gets it down to Malcolm. They're going to try to feed on Lopper again. Not going, though. A Swiss gets in there for the steal. Worden bringing it up. Finds Hughes. Hughes drives out of bounds there. That's going to be a turnover. Not the time you want to have that happen, as Kay and Zarko are checking in for Hughes and Lopper. As they get it over to the walk-on here. Finds Ernest over to Paul. Paul here, like I said, has been a key contributor on the defensive end here for this team. Had some offensive splashes of his own as we're down to a minute 30. Ernest going up here, gets by Kay, gets him to go one way or the other. As that's going to be Zarko there with the foul. As that was their foul to give. Next foul by Out of Shape is going to be 1-1. As they find Keith. Keith goes up with it and makes the 2. Ernest with the assist. Keith finally starting to heat up a little bit. He was 2 for 13 there before that shot. Not one of his best shooting performances here. As Hoyt takes the 3. Not able to make that there. Ernest secures the rebound. As that might be the all she wrote, as the walk-on throws up a shot, not able to make it there. Zarko with the rebound. As we got Kay with the ball now, we're down to 54 seconds. Step back, 3-pointer. Paul gets a block there, as he has been electric on defense. Ernest with the rebound to the walk-on for the 2. Ernest with his 5th assist now there. We're down to 40 seconds, 52-34 game. And the refs are going to call it there. It is a 52-34 win there for Still Got It. As looked a little suspect there in the beginning of the season for Still Got It. Probably new team working through their chemistry, everything like that. They've been on fire the past few weeks there as they are working their way up the standings here in our 35-plus league.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
By the way, though, folks, we will check back with you here in a few minutes for the start of the second game in our slate, our 18-plus game, which is going to be G League going up against their opponent. Either way, though, folks, we will check back with you here in a moment. All right, folks, here's going to be your second game. It's the 18-plus league. Avengers there forfeited, though. 2 of their teammates still showed up, so we got them and some subs in there coming in. Yeah, he was watching the first game. As Gadaletta has it here, he's able to find cue ball. Cue ball driving, layup, not able to make that there. Verbuchen with the rebound. As he gets it around there, Verbuchen finds Mazuera, who drives out to Mason there. If you remember, Mason played in our league a few seasons ago for 908 Mafia, as Mazuera knocks down the 3 on that one. As they saw with the first basket here, both teams only playing with 5. As Cam here is bringing the ball up, Zed has it at the top here, finds cue ball there. They're passing the rounds here. Lucas looks like he's wide open there in the corner as they're pulling, looks like a 2-3 zone here. As Zadroik there takes the shot, not able to make that. As Lucas there finds Cam. Cam not able to knock down the 3 though on that one. As the refs are stopping play here, they're switching out the game ball, it looks like. As the ref got letter there on the throw-in as he was trying to throw it out of bounds.
Better watch out, Johnny.
As we got Verbuchen here with the ball up top. Over down to his teammate there. He finds Mason. Mason here has it. He pulls the mid-range and not able to knock that down. Zadroik there with the rebound. As he gets over to Lucas. Lucas pulls the 3. Not able to make that there. As Mason there got the rebound, he gives over to Verbuchen. Verbuchen has it, finds his teammate, open 3, not able to knock that down. Mason with the rebound, passes it over to Mazuera. Mazuera can't make the 2. Not able to make that either as Lucas ends up pulling in the rebound. Not the best offensive possession there for the subbing squad here as cue ball takes it, not able to knock down the 3. Mason with the rebound. Tips over to his teammate. Mazuera taking it coast to coast on that one and getting the 2. Did you just get the 2 that they made down here, the red team? This 2 that they just made, the layup? Yeah, you got it? Okay. I didn't hear the sound from the scoreboard, that's why, my bad. As we got Cam here with the ball, gets over to cue ball, back to Cam. Finds Zadroik to Lucas. Lucas tries to get across court, tipped by the red team. It's going to be there as cue ball gets over to Cam. Cam drives, a layup. Great job on that one as he's able to contort himself around the defense for the layup. As that is one of the best plays I've probably seen him make there. As like I said, he usually likes to be more of a shooter than a driver of the basket. As Verbuchen goes up, misses, but rebounds his own shot and knocks it in. Maybe should have been a foul anyway, as it looks like he got knocked in the face by Gadaletta, but no call there by the ref. As Cam has it here, he finds Lucas. Lucas, baseline. The patented midi is money there for Lucas as he puts up his first basket of the night there. Mazuera is going to be bringing it up here for the red team.
I feel like I'm back in high school watching the JV game.
As they're bringing it up here.
It's just all of
As they pass it out. Mason up at the top. Mason pulls the 3 short on that one as his teammate there gets the ball. Another find there, misses that. Cue ball ends up with the rebound. As cue ball's gonna be pushing it up, driving through the defense, passes it off to Gadaletta. Gadaletta around a sea of defenders, fadeaway jumper, no good on that one. As he was able to make that. As Mazuera has it here. Not able to get around Gadaletta as he finds Verbuchen. Verbuchen pulls the 3. Not able to knock that down. Cam with the rebound there. Cam pushed on the break. Almost loses his dribble. Mazuera picks him clean on that one. Goes up with it. Misses the 2 though. As both teams look somewhat suspect there in all their offensive performances so far. As cue ball misses the 3 there. Verbuchen got the rebound. As Mason finds his teammate in the corner, short on the 3. As cue ball gets it there. On that rebound, he's going to be pushing it. As it goes up, Gadaletta looks like he was fouled on that one. No call by the refs as Verbuchen gets the rebound. Yeah. As you got him down the post, Mason goes up and makes that one. Not a fair matchup though, as he is definitely way bigger than Q Ball on that one. Got to give Q Ball credit though for at least trying there in the post.
Just want to make sure. They were using Phil's ball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they did. As Lucas gets out the Q Ball with the three, not able to make that there. Starting off kind of cold so far. Works out their advantage though, they're going to get the win here either way. So they're just doing it tonight here for the love of the game. As red team here is going to be bringing it up. Maswere's got the ball over to Mason. Finds him, goes up, misses that one there. Q Ball there pulls in the rebound. As he gets it over to Zadroik. Zadroik pulls the two, not able to make that. Verbuchen there with the rebound. As they find Maswera, and Maswera knocks down the three. Both of them going up there as Cam has it. He's driving through the defense. Layup gets that one there as he's been great job again to the basket and fighting through contact tonight there for Cam. As Mason gets it over to his teammate there. He's by the corner trying to find opening. Passes it cross court to Verbuchen. Verbuchen pulls the three and he knocks that one down. As it's now 15-6 here.
Give me the grand money line right now.
As we got G League here with it. Zadroik pulls the three, not able to make that. Verbuchen with the rebound. So he gets it over. His teammate goes right through his hands there. That's going to be a turnover there. As G League is going to have the ball here.
15-6 is tough.
We might have 2 divisions next season, depending on how many teams we get.
Summer, I guess everybody be home for school,
Oh, yeah.
so it's gonna be crazy.
As they got it here. Gets it over. As Q Ball here is going to be driving in. Passes it out to his man, Lucas here. Lucas up at the top. Probably going to go for that patented mid-range again, and he does. Not able to make that there as Mason pulls in the rebound. As goes for the steal. Mason driving through the defense, not able to make that. His teammate rebounds and tries to go back up. He misses that as well. As Gadaletta here is going to be pushing the break through the defense out to Cam. Cam, three-pointer, not able to make that there. Hits the top of the backboard, so that is going to be dead there.
They got 0.
35.
I have a copy right here. As Verbuchen has it there, gets it over to Maswera. As Maswera finds it.
25.
25? As we got Cam here with the ball at the top, gets it over to Lucas. Cross court to Q Ball. Q Ball pulls the three. Not able to make that there. Gadaletta though is able to save it. Passes cross court to Lucas who bobbles it. He's able to hang on to the ball though. Finds Q Ball again. Q Ball head fakes. Driving this time. Dishes to Gadaletta to Zadroik. Pulls the three. Not able to make that there as Verbuchen pulls in the rebound. As Maswera, he's going to pop a three. Not able to make that there as it goes right into the hands of Q Ball off the tip. As we got Gadaletta now with it here. Pulls it. Not able to make that there. Zadroik though fights through it and gets the two. Great hustle there as he's able to get it from Mason on that one, who is probably got at least a good 6 inches on him in height. As we got Verbuchen now with it in the corner, he gives it over. As his teammate drives, layup good on that one. Now a 17-8 game here. As they have it there, Q Ball over to Gadaletta. Gadaletta finds Q Ball, not able to make that there. as Cue Ball is struggling there on the offensive end here so far. He's 0 for 6 so far here from the field. As Mazuera drives and gets the 2 on that one.
I still think Ray's going to win.
Yo, Q, you need timeout. Lock the fuck in.
As Cam's bringing it up, almost loses it there. Fades away on the jumper, not able to make that there. As Mason there got the rebound, that's his 5th. Finds his teammate, passes it over. Mazuera driving through the defense, not able to make the 2. His teammate, though, gets the rebound, dishes it back out to him. He's driving and gets it there. As Mazuera is showing off some athleticism I haven't seen from him. He is playing different than his 908 days here in the league. As Lucas makes the contested 2. Great job on that one as he knocks down the mid-range. As we are going to have Verbuchen here give it over to Mazuera. It's over to Mason. Cam goes for the steal, ends up knocking into Mason. That's going to be a foul there.
So I just have to use the sub button.
The clock's going to run too, so we only got. Don't worry, I wasn't going to lose it. I don't worry, I know not to lose it. As Mason misses the 3. So Droid there had the rebound as Lucas has it here. He pulls the 3, knocks that one down as Lucas here is heating up. Not surprised with how good he plays. He comes from a basketball lineage there with his brother Sebastian being the head coach for his team a few seasons ago here in the IPBL. As he finds it through, turnover there on that one. Gataleto with the steal. He's going to be bringing it up. Finds Cue Ball there as Cue Ball misses another layup there as he is just completely cold so far in this one. Mazuera passing it through. He picks up the assist.
Lock in.
As Cam has it there, goes through, steal on that one. It's a turnover as they're bringing it up for red team here. Pulls the 3, not able to make that there. Cam gets the rebound there. He's pushing it up on the break here. Finds Cue Ball with the 3. He knocks that one down, finally makes a shot there. As Red takes their first time out there of the game. It's 23-16 game here. We have 7:50 left in the first half. As these subbing the Mercenary Red team here that we have beating G League here so far. Either way, though, we'll check back with you here in about 30 seconds for the start after this timeout break. As we're coming back off this halftime break here. The player for the red team bringing the ball up here. As he's surveying, finds Mason down low there. Mason going against Cam in the post. Fadeaway jumper, knocks that down there. As that's just not fair. They got to put a taller defender there to guard someone like Mason. As it is now 25-16 here. Lucas with the ball. Finds Gataleto, passes out to Cam. Back over to Lucas, to Cue Ball. Cue Ball thought about pulling that, but doesn't. Cold shooting performance might be indicative of that there. As they get it back to Cue Ball, he now pulls the 3 there and knocks that one down. As he is now 2 for 2 on his last 2 attempts there. As he's starting to heat up there. It's now only a 6-point deficit here for G League. As Verbuchen has it here at the top. They're passing around. Mazuera has it here. He pulls the 3, not contested, and he knocks that one down.
What the hell am I watching?
as Lucas here is going to push the tempo as Maswera was celebrating. Not able to take advantage, though, as he's not able to make down that 3 there. Mason has the rebound. He's going to be bringing it up here. Passes it out over to his teammate. Gives it over to Verbuchen. Remember, Verbuchen had some nice games in his 908 days, as he had a game where he put up 20-plus points there and led the team in scoring in one of their wins. So we give him a chance. He's able to. Nice moves by by one of our guys there on the red team. Not able to make it, though, in the post. As Cam has it, goes up, throws a errant pass there in the no man's land. That's stolen. Teammate to Maswera. Maswera makes the layup there, as Maswera is putting up one of his best performances here in this IPBL scrimmage game here. As Gadaletta has it here. Expedition, sorry. It's this exhibition game that's going on, as the Droids not able to make the 3.
We're trying out for next season.
As they find Gadaletta here in the corner. Gadaletta has it. Finds cue ball to Lucas. If I was them, I would keep trying to play through Lucas here, as he hasn't been missing so far. Cam not able to knock down the 3. Lucas almost slipped in there for the rebound, not able to, though, as the red guy driving makes the 2 on that one. It's now a 32-19 game. So it looks like what this G League team is missing is a nice interior presence there at the big man spot. So they might be getting that back there, as I'm not mistaken. They have Phil Ugas there coming in for them later in the season here in the next game or 2. So he will definitely be a nice, well-needed presence there on the defensive end. As Verbuchen goes up, misses the shot. 2 misses on that one. Rebounded his own shot, though, as cue ball's taking it coast to coast and makes that one there. Finally, will knock down a 2. As what?
They each got 1.
As we are about to start up this coming off the timeout break. The red team is winning this exhibition so far, 32-21. We have 4 minutes left in this first half. As they're going to have Maswera bringing the ball up here. Maswera here bringing it up, finds Verbuchen. Verbuchen tries to pass it through. Cue ball steals it like it's a 2K animation as he goes up. Not able to make that one, as Lucas gets the assist to Gadaletta for the 2. That's Gadaletta's first points of the night. We have Maswera stole that like the blocking animation there on a dunk in 2K. As Verbuchen there gets out to Maswera. Maswera with the 3, not able to make that there. Gadaletta here has the rebound. He's pushing the break. Verbuchen picks him clean, though, on the drive, as Mason now has it. Mason, layup, no good on that one. His teammate rebounds and misses that as well. Cam with the rebound. As Cam gives it over to cue ball. Cue ball to Gadaletta. Gadaletta, corner 3. He knocks that one down there, as he made his first 3 of the night there. As 32-26 game, it's only a 6-point lead here for the red team in this exhibition, as Verbuchen has at the free throw line. He's getting collapsed in on. Defense backs off, lets him take it, and he misses it there. Gadaletta with the rebound, as Cam here is going to be bringing it up. He's going to be surveying his options here. Gives over to Lucas. Lucas to Gadaletta, out to Zadroik. Zadroik with the 3, not able to make that there. He's 0 for 4 so far, usually pretty much a knockdown shooter in his previous seasons, as Maswera does a great job of getting by his defender and getting the easy layup, as he has been on fire here so far in this game, leading them in scoring here. by a clear margin. So he has 19 points so far, 19 of the 34 points, so he's more than half their scoring. As Lucas goes up, layup, fouled on that one by Verbuchen. As that is the first foul by them tonight. Lucas is going to go to the line for 2 here. So he misses the first one there. See if he can knock down the second one here. We're down to about 2.5 minutes left here in this first half. And he makes the second one there. As we are going to have one of the red team coming up. As he's bringing it up, he finds Verbuchen there. Verbuchen, jab step, not able to find opening, finds Maswera. Back over to Verbuchen on the cut. He's not able to make the 2. As it's a loose ball, Mason ends up with it there. Cross court to Maswera. Maswera takes the 3. Not able to make that. Zadroik there with the rebound. As Lucas here is bringing it up. Finds Gadaletta. Gadaletta, corner 3. Not able to make magic there a second time. As he's now 1 for 2 from beyond the arc there. As Maswera gets on the fast break. Pass it over to Mason. Mason up with it and gets the 2 there. Going up against the clearly smaller guy there. Down to a minute 20 in this one, 36-27. As Lucas has it here. Tipped. Since he got tipped, no backcourt on that one. As Cam has it now up at the top. We're down to about a minute left in this first half. As Lucas has it there. Drives, midi, not money on that one as he puts a little too much butter on that biscuit. As this guy on the red team takes it full court and makes the 2 on that one. It's now a 38-27 game here. We're down to 50 seconds left. As Cam here is going to be taking free throws. Or not free throws, sorry. Cam's bringing it up. As he gets down to Gadaletta by the free throw line. He's going to be driving. Layup good on that one as he fights through the defense for the 2. Now a single-digit game here. 35 seconds left in this first half. As we got 0 here bringing it up. Brings it to Maswera, to Verbuchen, down to Mason. Mason, double team. As that's going to be a foul there on Mason there. So that's going to be a turnover there, not going to count. We're down to 8 seconds here. Now 5. As Cue Ball takes the 3, not able to make that there. As that is going to be your half. It is a 38-29 game here. Red team with the lead in this exhibition here. Either way though, folks, we will check back up with you here in a moment for the start of our second half. I know you ain't talking. Any heat at basketball in there? As we're starting this one back up here in this IPBL exhibition here. Missed shot there. Zadroik gets the rebound. As Cam here is going to be bringing it up for G League. Gets over to Cue Ball to Zadroik, who finds Gadaletta, passes out of the shot there. Cue Ball takes the three. Not able to make that there as Verbuchen gets the rebound. As Maswera has it, he takes the corner three. Not able to knock that down. Cam with the rebound. As Cam now has it, finds Lucas. Lucas going baseline, layup, blocked on that one. Gets his own shot back though and makes the two on that one. Great job to continue fighting through that possession. Bring it up, gets it over to Maswera. Maswera down to Mason in the post. He has Cam on him. Doesn't take advantage of the height differential. Get past the Verbuchen who misses the three. Maswera with the rebound. That's his first of the night, surprisingly. As Maswera passes it over to Verbuchen to his teammate there, number 0, to Mason. Mason pulls the three. He knocks that one down. Oh, that's fine. Let's make it 31. That's fine.
My fault, guys.
As we're down to 18.5 minutes in this one, Cam has it here at the top. It's over to finds Tommy, who was wide open on that one. Cam with the assist. This is now a 41-33 game here. G League only down 8 right now as Verbuchen takes the three. He knocks that one down to answer back on his own. As this now a 11-point game now, brings it back double digits as Cam has it up here at the top. Over to Cue Ball to Cam. Gets it over. Cue Ball pulls the three, knocks that one down as he answers Verbuchen's three there with one of his own. It's now an 8-point game here. As G League's fighting here in this exhibition as Maswera head fakes, drives, hop step. Not able to find opening, no look pass to 0-0, driving, loses it because Zadroik got a hand on it. It still finds Mason though. Mason misses the three, Gadaletta with the rebound. As Cam's bringing it up here, over to Gadaletta. Gadaletta to Cue Ball. Cue Ball pulls it, not able to make that one there. Gadaletta though gets the rebound after getting tossed up in there. As Zadroik misses a two of his own. As they get over Verbuchen, Verbuchen pump fakes, starts the drive. Foul on that one. Lucas picks that one up there. Take it over to 0. 0 pulls the three. Not able to make that there. As that's going to be out of bounds. G League going to have possession here. As we got Cam here bringing it up. As they find it over. Back up to Cam there at the top. Cam gets out the Cue Ball. Cue Ball out to Lucas. I'm going to try to slow it down here. As he finds a wide open Cam, but Cam misses the layup there on that one. Mason got the rebound on that one. Tries to find his teammate. Verbuchen saves the ball from going out of bounds. 0-0, pulls up the three. Not able to make that there. Gadaletta with the rebound.
He's got that like Carl Anthony Towns.
As Gadaletta's bringing it up. Blocked by that one on Verbuchen. Throws it up to Maswera, and Maswera gets the two on that one there.
10-point lead.
As Lucas now has it here. It's a 10-point game, 46-36. He overthrows Cue Ball. Cue Ball just saves it. Gadaletta now has it. Gadaletta passes it back to Q. Q wide open from the corner, and he knocks down the 3. That is now a 7-point game, back to single digits here. As Verbuchen here is bringing the ball up. It's over to Maswera. To Verbuchen. Verbuchen pulls the 3. Not able to make that there. Zadroik there got the rebound as he's bringing it up. Gets it over to Lucas, to Gadaletta. Gadaletta at the free throw line. Trying to find an opening here. Dribbles out to his right to go baseline. Behind the back pass to Cam. Cam fadeaway. Makes that one there. Beautiful pass by Gadaletta there to find his teammate.
Down 5 now.
As this is now only a 5-point game, that is correct. It is a 5-point game. G League coming back in this one. So we're down to 14.5 minutes left in this game. As Verbuchen has it here. Find Maswera. Open 3. Not able to make that there. Cam with the rebound. As he gets it up to Lucas. Lucas drives. Not able to make the layup there. He's trying to double clutch it. Not able to make that one there. Mason. 3 on the fast break. That's a 3-pointer there for Mason. As it is now a 8-point lead here for the red team in this exhibition. He finds Q-Ball. Q-Ball pulls the 3. Not able to make that there. Maswera with the rebound. So he finds his teammate there. Q-Ball there gets the block. Ball ended up going out of bounds there. Seemed like there was some contact there, but shooter might have been able to kind of play that one off there, make it flop a tad bit. As Cam step back over to Zadroik, to Gadaletta. Gadaletta's there by the high post. Pass it over to Zadroik, to Q-Ball. Back to Gadaletta, back to Q-Ball. Midi, and that's short on that one. Cam, great job to save it though. And Tommy there makes the 3. Cam with the assist. As it's a timeout there. I think that's by the red team there. As it is now only a 5-point difference here. 13 of 6 left in this one. We'll check back with you here in a moment after the timeout break. As we're coming out of this timeout break here, red team's gonna have the ball here. As Verbuchen here is gonna be bringing up the ball, finds 0. Back to Verbuchen, he almost lost it. Finds Maswera in the corner. He's driving. Maswera floats it, not able to make that there. Cam there gets the rebound. He has 9 here so far. Overthrows Q-Ball. Mason there with the steal. Maswera leading the charge. Misses that there. Verbuchen, though, gets the rebound. As Maswera now takes a 3, he misses that as well. Droik there with the rebound. As they're going to have Cam bringing it up here for G League. Still a 5-point game here as Q-Ball finds Gadaletta. Finds Zadroik. Zadroik makes the 2 there. So it's now a 3-point lead only here for the red team. G League coming back in this one. As they're going to be bringing that up. As he shoots it, not able to make the deep 3. Gadaletta there with the rebound. As Cam here is bringing it up. Cam driving to his right. Hop Euro and fouled on that one. As that's going to be heading him to the line there. That was the first foul there so far the second half. As Cam knocks down the first free throw there. See if he can knock down the second one here. Make it only a 1-point game. And he does, as G League has stormed back here in this exhibition. It's now only a 1-point deficit for them here. as number 0 here is bringing the ball up. Gets it over. Lucas got a hand on it, but still gets to Mason. Mason misses the 3. Zadroik there with the rebound. As Lucas has it here. Tip by Verbuchen for the steal. And it is still only a 1-point game here. Verbuchen bringing it up. Surveying. Passes it out to Mason. Mason to Maswera. Maswera thought about taking it, but doesn't. So he gives it back to Mason. They're going to take their time here on this possession. Finds Verbuchen. Maswera pulls it, knocks the 3 down there. Verbuchen with the assist. As it is now a 4-point lead here for the red team, as Cue Ball has it here. Cue Ball dribbling around a little bit, not too much of a dribbler there, and usually catch and shoot. As he misses that, Gattaletta with the rebound there. Goes back up and not able to make that there. Verbuchen with the rebound. As Maswera finds number 0 there for the assist. As it is now a 54-48 game here. As G League's have to put a basket up here if they want to stay in this one. Gattaletta at the free throw line, back to Cam. He's driving right, doesn't find opening. Lucas wide open from the 3-point arc, and he knocks that down. Cam with the assist on that one, as it's now back down to 3 points here for the red team in this exhibition. As Mason finds Maswera. Maswera back to Mason. To Verbuchen. Back to Mason here as they're playing the outside. Mason takes the 3. Not able to make that there as Cam gets his 10th rebound there of the night. As they find Cue Ball. Cue Ball pulls the 3. Not able to make that there. So he's 0 for 4 so far from beyond the arc. Not shooting. Yeah, he's not making his 3s tonight. Cam not really known as a shooter, though, in that sense. He's more known for his athleticism, ball handling, and his driving ability. As 0-0 gets it, floats it, not able to make that. Almost rebounds his own shot, but it gets knocked out. Lucas has it there. He almost loses it, but saves it. Finds Cue Ball. Cue Ball layup good on that one. As Lucas there gets the assist. It is now only a 1-point deficit here for G League as they've come back in this exhibition game. As we're down to 8.5 minutes left in this one. As we got Verbuchen up here at the top with it. Gets it down to Maswera. Maswera driving left. Not able to make the 2. Nowhere close on that one there. Gattaletta gets the rebound. That's his 9th of the game. As he has the ball here. They're giving him an opening. Finds Cam. Cam goes up with it and gets the 2 there. Gattaletta with the assist. That now gives them the lead for, I think, the first time in this game so far. As they are starting to make a run here in this second half. So they've been down as much as 15 points and now are leading here by 1. As the red team is going to need to make something happen here as they're driving. Finds 0-0. Verbuchen pump fakes, drives, floats it. Not able to make the 2. Mason with the rebound and the putback on there to give them back the lead there. As they get it over, Cue Ball to Cam. Cam now has it here. Over to Lucas. Cross court to Cue Ball. Cue Ball pulls the 3. He knocks that one down. As they're starting to heat up here. As G League now has the 2-point lead on the red team here.
Electricity.
As they're bringing it up here. Finds Verbuchen open for the 3. And Verbuchen knocks that down to answer back with a 3 of his own. As the red team now takes back the lead with a 1-point lead here. Finds Lucas. Lucas tries to drive right, not finding an opening. Resets and passes to Cam. Gattaletta, the Cue Ball. Cue Ball misses the 3. Maswera there gets the rebound. As Cue Ball finds Verbuchen. Verbuchen takes another 3, and he knocks that one down. Verbuchen's heating out there, as that is a timeout there by G League, their second. Both teams only have 1 timeout remaining, as we are down to 6:43 left in this one. Either way, though, folks, we will check back with you here in about 30 seconds after this timeout break. we're about to get back into this one. Red team holding a 4-point lead over G League at the moment. We are down to 6:43 left in this one, as this exhibition has been a close one so far here. As they have Cam here bringing it up. As he goes, gets over to Lucas, back to Cam. Cam going to his right. Pump fakes, back to Lucas. Lucas has it here, back to Cam. Cam pulls a three, and he makes one there, breaks his code spell from beyond the arc there, as they're now only down one here. So Lucas got his 4th assist there, as Verbuchen gives it to number 0. Back to Verbuchen, Maswera going baseline, not able to find an opening. Cross court to 0, back to Verbuchen. Verbuchen's driving left, spins out to his teammate who takes the 3. Not able to make that there. Mason gets the rebound there. That's his 10th. Finds Maswera for the 3. And Maswera knocks that one down. That's his 5th 3 of the night there. As Mason gets his 1st assist there. It's now back to 4-point lead here for the red team. Too many to count. As Cam there takes the 3. Not able to make that there. As he is now 1 for 6 there from beyond the arc. Mason with the rebound. That's his 11th. He gets it over. Verbuchen with the 3, short on that one, as Mason's not able to save it there, as it ends up going out of bounds. As we're down to about the last 5 minutes of this game, 65-61 game here. Cam's gonna be bringing it up here, finds Lucas here, over to Cam. Cue ball back over as they're passing around on the outside here. Again, getting it to Gadaletta at the free throw line, trying to find a hole in the zone here. Cam starts to drive, pulls the midi, and knocks that one down there. That's his 5th there of the night. Gadaletta picks up his 5th assist of the game here. As it's now only a 2-point deficit here for G League. So keeping this game close here. As Verbuchen has it here. Gets it to 0, back to Maswera to 0-0, as they're doing a great job of the quick pass game around, as Verbuchen airballs the 3 there, and that goes out of bounds there. As we're going to have Cam here bringing it up. Cam gets it over to cue ball, back to Cam. Trying to find an opening here. Gadaletta's gonna send him a pick. He finds cue ball 3-pointer, and knocks that one down there. As they now have a 1-point lead there. Cam getting his 5th assist as G League is leading in this one. We're down to 3.5 minutes though, so we'll see who's gonna pull this one out. As 0-0 has it. Gets out to Maswera. Maswera here in the corner. Gets it out to 0. Back to 0-0. 0-0 pulls the 3, and he knocks that one down. As it's now a 2-point lead now for red team. As this game has gone back and forth with lead changes here in the past 5-6 minutes. As Cam has it here, gets over to cue ball. Cue ball pulls it, not able to make the 3 there. As cue ball is 5 for 15 there from the beyond the arc there. As 0 goes up, misses that one, makes the shot there. On that one, it is now a 70-66 game. We're down to 3 minutes left in this one. G League down 4. As they get it over to Gadaletta there. Gadaletta up here at the top, driving to his right, spins, passes out a shot to cue ball, over to Lucas there. As they set it there. Lucas driving to Cam. Cam pump fakes. Mid-range, not able to make that. Overshoots it on the 2 there. As Maswera has it here. Cross-court pass to 0-0. He gets it over to the guard there at the top. As he's going to waste some clock here. We're down to 2.5 minutes in this one. As Mason pulls the 3, and he knocks that down. Makes it now a 7-point lead there for the red team. As G League's gonna need to put up some points here to come back in this one. As Cam now has it here. So his options, he has to pick from cue ball. Can't find an opening, finds Lucas. Lucas pulls the 3. He misses that there, cue ball with it. As Zadroik there takes the 2 and knocks that one down.
Keep a minute.
It's now a 5-point game here. Down to 1:47 in this one. G League's gonna need to either force a turnover or get some quick baskets here to be able to get back in this one. As Verbuchen has it here, passes it over to Maswera. Gets it over to Verbuchen. We're down to 1:30 in this one. Finds Maswera. Maswera pump fakes. Pass it down to Verbuchen, and Verbuchen makes the 2 over the tough defense there. As it is now a 7-point game, and this one might be out of reach unless G League can do something here. As Cam finds Gataletta. Gataletta pulls short on that one as he misses the 3. 0-0 gets the rebound, and that might be all she wrote here as we're down to the last minute. As they might need to start fouling here soon to be able to get this ball back. As they find Verbuchen. Verbuchen has it out to Mason. Mason pulls the 3, not able to make that there. Maswera with the rebound and the 2 on that one. Put that back up and in. As Lucas now has it here. We're down to 42 seconds. Gets out to Q-Ball. Q-Ball drives. Floater. Good on that one. As that is Lucas there with the assist. As they're going to start fouling here. Down to 30 seconds. Mason able to make the dunk.
Got your highlight.
Got lucky there as it rolled its way in off the miss. As Q-Ball has it here, he's driving through the defense and makes the 2 on that one. As it is now a 7-point game here. We're down to 10 seconds. And the refs are going to call this one. It is a 79-72 win here for the red team in this exhibition. G League still gets to leave here with a win as they are going to end up with their first win on the season here. As they could, this might be a turning point there for their season as they're going to try to fight for that last playoff seed. Either way though, folks, we will see you guys this coming Tuesday. Keep an eye out there for our MVP and top performance post coming around either Monday or Tuesday there. Either way, we will see you all next week. Have a good one.